Hi, and welcome to My Leadersource. My name is Jason, and today we're going to be going over the family of presses. We're going to start off with the shoulder press, the push press, the push jerk, and the split jerk. All these exercises are used to promote strength in the upper body, mainly the shoulders and arms. We're going to go over some key points in the push jerk behind the head. So Carlos is going to go ahead and pick the weight up. He's going to bring the bar up into the rack position, and then just assume position on the back. At this point, he's going to widen his hands up and find a good position with his hands. As he's set, remember we always want to start with those feet under the hips, a nice upright torso, making sure that the legs are tight, the glutes are tight, his abs are tight, and then he's nice and vertical. Okay, let's show that from the side position real quick. So the push jerk behind the head, the bar will be sitting on the back of his neck. You'll notice he has the elbows pulled back. This is to ensure that the bar takes a straight line overhead. So we always want to make sure in this upper position, the elbows stay back. Again, he's tight everywhere from the waist down. As he begins the move, he's going to create the same dip at the knee that we did on the push jerk. So he's going to actually dip at the knee, he's going to extend that hip fully, and that's going to create this lift on the bar. As he does that, the bar is going to travel upward. He's going to separate his feet into air squat position and then press himself under this bar. So in one full motion from the side. Again, excellent position. Remember, those feet are landing nice and flat. That helps stabilize the spine. He's going to bring the bar back down. Again for me, as he's setting up, he's making sure the elbows are back. His elbows are nice and tall, his elbows are back, and his chest is nice and tall. He's going to create that dip and that nice explosion, and then meet the bar at the bottom. Okay, full extension overhead. Go ahead and give me a front view of that, Carlos. We're going to bring that bar back down. He's going to turn to the front. So he's going to make sure he reaches full extension overhead with this bar. So as he dips and drives, bam. So you can see it from that front ankle. As his feet hit, his arms are in full extension, making sure the elbow is locked out. One more time for me, Carlos. Again, nice big deep breath. You catch and explode. Nice. And you can bring that weight on down. Great job, Carlos. Thank you very much. Faults of the push jerk behind the head. Go ahead and pick that bar up for me, Carlos. Now, most of the common faults of the push jerk behind the head are the same as the push jerk. We are not, however, there are a few exceptions. We are now going to abandon the rack position, and this bar will be on our back. Okay. So instead of having the elbows forward in the rack position, as you'll see, go ahead and turn it forward for me, Carlos. Excuse me, sideways for me, Carlos. What you'll see, a common fault in the behind the head push jerk is not allowing those elbows to stay back. So one of the common faults that we see is dropping those elbows underneath the bar as we go for this dip. So he's going to pull his elbows in front, and this is a bad position. We don't want to be in this position when we create that jerk. As you can see, his upper spine is rounding, okay, which will create a lack of spinal extension, which means he will not be able to perform this lift safely. Okay, so what he wants to do is bring those elbows back, get that chest nice and tall. This way he creates nice spinal extension and can get the best drive out of the bottom. And that's just an exception to the common fault in the push jerk behind the head. Remember, if you'd like to see what some of the common faults are of the push jerk, review your push jerk video. The only difference is on the push jerk behind the head, we want to make sure those elbows are back and the bar is placed behind the head rather than being in the rack position. Thank you, Carlos. So we just finished the family of presses. We had the press, the push press, the push jerk, the split jerk, and all the variations behind the head. Where you should feel this, shoulders, triceps, maybe a little bit of that back and traps depending on what exercise you're doing. Remember, these exercises are generally used to help promote strength and power of the upper body. My name is Jason, this is Carlos, and thank you for joining us at My Leadersource.